Welcome to Grade Pending, the show where we grade movies, music, TV shows, and whatever we feel like it, how we feel like it. Y'all know we do our unique grading system. We have our group conversation. You know, somebody behind me, as you can tell, because today we're gonna talk about Top Gun Maverick. AKA Top Gun 2, AKA 36 years later. But was it worth it? Was it not? We're gonna discuss right now. So let's get into our individual reviews.
So I've been a Top Gun fan. I love the first one. I really enjoy it, but I think this one blew it out the fucking water for sure. I think I appreciate the gap, the storyline. Um, I'm gonna give it an awesome. I really enjoyed it. Just like I had this, those little teary eyed moments. Um, the way they made Rooster look like Goose was fucking ridiculous. I think that was definitely a big one for me. I was a little sad that they didn't play Take My Breath Away because I was just like, I just needed that one little song and it would have been like a fucking perfect. But they started with, Danger Zone because that's my fucking song. I love it. Um, but overall, like I feel like this was definitely more of a dude flick, like versus the first, which is kind of like a chick flick with the whole love story type thing going on. But overall, it was a kick-ass storyline. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it again. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. So Top Gun Maverick. Let me give you a brief history of me and Top Gun as a franchise. So I wasn't born here. So I came to the United States when I was 5 years old, and I didn't speak a word of English. First movie I ever saw, 5 years old, was Top Gun. It was on TV. Again, English, don't understand it, but I understand fucking planes are cool. I understand motorcycles are cool. I understand Tom Cruise is fucking cool. All right. So I love that movie. I've seen it a million times. That's one of the best soundtracks of all time. Yada yada yada. Fast forward, they announced a sequel. I'm like, all right, this is very dangerous, but Ethan Hunt is the man for the job. If I trust anybody, I trust Tommy Cruise. The director of the original, Tony Scott, he killed himself because suicide happens. So Tom wanted to make sure that the script was perfect if they were actually going to do it, so he could do him justice and yada yada yada. Fast forward, here we are. I'm so excited for Top Gun. It's gonna come out this summer. Guess what? The fucking pandemic happens. COVID hits. Oh man, that sucks. I had to wait 2 years. 2 fucking years I had to wait. And it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. Tommy fucking Cruise. That man is cinema. That man made it happen. That man just made everything. The first 10 minutes of the movies, I was just openly bawling, just crying my eyes out. I don't even know why. Nothing was happening. It was just the soundtrack and just seeing fucking Pete Mitchell suiting up, riding the motorcycle. Paul, I can see you laughing, you fuck. I was not the only man to openly weep. I guarantee fucking to you. So good. So fucking good. It's gonna get an awesome. I don't remember what movie I gave an awesome to with this crew. But this might be the first one. So fucking good, and we'll talk more about it later. If you haven't seen this movie in theaters, like Paul, that waited 2 weeks to do it, you're not American, and they're coming for you. So yeah, so good. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
So let me start by saying I was never a fan of Top Gun, the original movie. It was just not something for me. Just like Days of Thunder, the Tom Cruise NASCAR movie. I wasn't like jumping to go see it. I saw Top Gun literally maybe a year ago, my first time ever seeing it. I thought it was good. I didn't see all the love everyone had for it and nostalgia and stuff. The volleyball scene and the bar singing. It just wasn't. It was a good movie, but it wasn't my thing. Like out of all the those action hero, tough guy adrenaline movies from the 80s and 90s, it's definitely not one of my favorites. But I was still interested to see Top Gun, see what they after all the years what they come up with, because I like Tom Cruise. I'm a fan of Tom Cruise, and I didn't think he'd be dragging it out just to make a final run with some money. So I figured he definitely was more of a passion project for him. So I wanted to give it a chance, and I went to go see it, and I fucking loved it. I loved the movie. I thought the movie was good. I actually have like no complaints. It had a good soundtrack. It did its thing when it came to that. The movie itself, they actually made it a full-on movie, not just about obviously being flight school. They gave backstory. They gave you your sad moments, obviously with Rooster and the flashback of his father. So I loved it. I thought they did a great job with the movie itself. Um, I have no complaints at all. Even like towards the ending when like I called it like when I was watching it, I was like, all right, well this is what's gonna happen, and then Rooster's gonna come and save him, and like, but I thought like Rooster would save him, at that last minute. But my first call was that he was gonna sacrifice himself for Rooster, and then die, like kill off the character. Then when he survived, I was like, all right, well now obviously Rooster's gonna come save him. That back, but even the way they did it made it so fucking great. So I loved it. It wasn't a perfect movie, but it was definitely really really fucking good. I enjoyed watching it. Action sequence, everything's great. So that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one.
Sorry, Otto, I waited. But we waited, like you said, 2 years. Um, I mean, they waited 34 years to even, create the movie, get it, and package and present it. Then, like you said, the pandemic happened, unexpected. But Tom and the producers, they said, no, wait, this movie must be seen in the theater on the big screen. So they toughed it out. They waited through the pandemic. Was it worth it? Absolutely. It absolutely was worth it. This movie is meant to be seen on a big screen. It's meant to be heard with some big speakers. Um, I did not cry in the beginning, but I instantly felt like it was a good decision to watch the movie in that in the opening scenes. I got the nostalgia feel from the original movies, the naval air propaganda, if you will. I kind of want to be a fighter pilot again now. I was like, oh, now I remember what this movie was about. But 36 years later, it did not feel like a cash grab sequel. It did not feel like a too late sequel. It did not feel like a worthless, pointless, why are we here movie. Definitely was written well. Um, it was a nod to the movies of its time, and it shows why those movies that we love from back then can be watched over and over and over again. Very simplistic story, but very well written story. Um, it was not overtly thrown nostalgia from, hey, remember that guy from this movie? Yeah, remember that scene from that movie? No, it was necessary flashbacks and necessary callbacks. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how you should do a long sequel if you're gonna do one. And I was borderline dope, borderline awesome. I'm gonna go with awesome because I do want to see it again on the big IMAX screen. I didn't get a chance to see it on the big IMAX screen. I did see it with the Dolby stuff, but I do want to see it on the big screen. There's only one real IMAX, it's Lincoln Center. If you live in New York City, it's the only IMAX theater that matters. So I'm gonna go with awesome because it was just a fun movie that you can just watch over and over again. And we'll talk about it some more with the group.
What do you
Awesome.
mean you didn't cry? What the hell's
I,
wrong with
yo,
you?
I had tears. I had tears.
Now, so spoiler as we do, y'all already know spoiler alerts. The scene when he, shot his flares out and took the hit for Rooster, I was like, oh no. The dust, the pollen started to lift up a little bit in the theater. I think they turned the fan
Okay.
on, and I was a little, I had a little, it was like a little, you get that little in your throat, you get a little. I felt that a little bit, and then when he didn't, and then Rooster came back, I was like, oh no, they gonna kill him. I'm like, well, they gonna kill him
Yeah,
instead
like,
of
no,
him.
they're not gonna do that. They
I'm
can't do
like,
that.
I'm like, wait, who's gonna die? Somebody gotta die. Is he gonna be like? So I was like, oh, they didn't die. It's kind of bad to feel like, oh man, nobody died. Like, because
But
even
Iceman got it.
well, he did, yeah,
Yeah.
and that was a good, not even though Val Kilmer's not dead, but he's suffering from
I mean,
cancer.
Val Kilmer's face with all that cosmetic
Yeah,
work.
but
I
he
was
actually
like,
has,
Not
ow.
cosmetic
oh yeah,
work.
he
He lost his fucking thing. He has severe cancer, and
yeah,
that's actually how he looks now.
right.
Michelle, you rude
I'm,
fuck.
I'm not. I was
That
like,
man
Can
that
was
you
looks
can you
like
read can you
Batman.
Botox
read
fillers
that,
on his
Michelle?
cheek.
Can you read the hoodie?
Be kind.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it says rewind under that.
It's on the back. But yeah, no, I did that scene was a little, was a little heartfelt. I thought the black dude was gonna die when he had the what did they call it? G shock? Not G shock.
Yeah, yeah, he went into shock
Yeah,
from
but
the it was
I
from the
was like,
deep from the
because you just know somebody got to die, so we could say we're gonna do it for him. It's like
yeah.
every movie has that. The
This ain't
Coulson.
the Avengers. This ain't the Avengers, baby. This ain't the Avengers.
We got to do it for payback, man. He would want us to succeed in this mission. No, they didn't do that. So
The the fact that this was all real, 95% of it
I
was
was gonna
all
get to that.
real.
Yes.
Fucking no disrespect to the MCU, but fuck you. This is how it's done, baby.
All
Fucking
movies,
real
not just
planes.
MCU.
Tom risking his life
Yeah.
for our entertainment. Oh, so good. And Paul, I also didn't get to see it in true IMAX yet, so I'm down.
So
If
we
you want to
going?
get that
Max, I
going
was
for the
gonna
real one,
say,
I'm down.
I'm down.
All right, let's do it. So we already got it. All right.
But you gotta cry with me, buddy. You can't. We gotta cry together.
Right, you gotta
Okay.
hold hands and
And
cry
don't grab me.
together.
Don't get off me. No, but I was
It
gonna
was
I feel
say.
like I said, I feel like the nostalgia of it because I watched that movie with my dad. So like you know me, I'm a daddy's girl. So I feel like me watching it, I was kind of like, oh my God, my dad would love this. So it kind of like triggered like more of that emotional connection for me. But then just
Okay.
like I said, the storyline itself, when I was like when they were when Rooster started singing Great Balls of
Great
Fire and
Balls
they
of
did the
Fire.
they did the flashback, I'm like,
Yeah, and even Tom was, Maverick was looking at it like,
right.
Daddy's song. Like,
And then
I
it like
killed his dad.
yeah.
I mean, granted, certain individuals were like, "Are you crying?" I was like, "No." I was like, "My
Yeah,
anxiety
that's
is
Paul.
acting up." I was
No.
like,
But no, I was gonna say, like I said, I instantly the intro was literally like, beat for beat the regular intro, but it worked again. What I'm saying? As soon as the music started, you heard the little boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it went to Dangers, I was like, all right, I'm
So
hooked.
good.
Like I felt like
Yeah.
roller
You're in,
coaster
baby.
strapping.
You're in.
I was
You give
in,
me,
and
you give me the
it,
wide angles. You give me
yeah,
Tom on
yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
bike, bro, all
yeah.
day. You see the jets in the back. Oh,
It,
so
it, it
good.
just works.
And then for
And
no reason, he's
I'm
like, you
like,
know
"Damn,
what?
are you like
I'm
getting
gonna
a
be the
boner over
fastest
there
man on
watching
the
this
planet.
movie?"
but it was also, you could take it metaphorically as him saying, because he pushed for, practical filming. So he's like, I'm fighting for, less drones in the
Mm-hmm.
naval air base, but less of CG in movies. So it was like I looked at it as like, I see what you're doing there, Tom. I see what you're doing, Tom.
That man's
You.
gonna die on film, and
But
I'll
the
be there to pay
scene,
for it.
the scene where he did the chorus for them, like that was the money scene, because you see him in the cockpit, you hear him breathing, and he's doing it, and
He's
like it
taking
was
those
just like,
G's, taking those G's.
yeah, and that was the moment when I said I gotta see this on IMAX, because I felt
I
like
think
that.
what you meant was the moment where they're playing football shirtless and oiled up. You were like, you know what? I have to see this in IMAX. I know
No,
that
I
was
was
the
good on
moment
that
for
part.
me where Tom, who's in his fucking 50s, was shredded and diced up, even though he's got a little wide body, even though he's all 5'5", fucking lean and mean
I
with
was
the
glad
young
they
gun,
showed
with
that too.
Hangman,
They
with
let his
Rooster,
height
just
be
fucking doing the damn
real.
thing.
I
And don't
was
forget
glad that he
Bob.
wasn't
Bob was
standing
cool
on
too.
anything. They showed that Miles Teller was actually taller than him by a lot, and they kept it that way. I was glad because Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Cruise are always wearing high heels or standing on crates to be eye to eye with their co-stars, or at least taller in the scene. It was like, no, he was looking
Cinema
up the whole
magic, cinema
movie.
magic.
Yeah, no, the whole movie. He kept it practical all the way through. I guess he was like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
I can't argue about CG, and I'm wearing platforms, so I gotta. All right, So I was happy about that, but
And that
That was
third act where like what are you gonna do? Why did
right,
you rescue me? You told me not to think.
right.
What the fuck? Where's this going? Oh shit, the fucking Tomcat, the OG one. He's like, well, I shot down 3 fucking so
Yeah,
fucking cool,
it
man.
wasn't perfect, but I'm still giving it awesome though. I still think it was an awesome movie.
You
Um,
wanted more baby oil scenes? That would have made
nice.
it
You wanted
perfect for
more
you.
body shots.
no, no, it was good on the baby oil scenes.
The only ding that I have to Michelle's point is, we didn't hear "Take My Breath Away," but in my opinion, that's because that's the song of him and his ex, and
right.
she got fat. She's not in the movie, so what are you gonna do? You gotta get rid of her.
And I didn't. Penny was kind of just mentioned in the original, and it was like she's like the main love interest now. I was like all right, whatever.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's okay. It was
Have you seen what the other girl looked like? What are you gonna do? Right?
Well, I'm just
You
saying
did
he
what
didn't need
makes sense for
the love
business.
interest was just there for him to have the pillow talk and talk about him pulling his paperwork. That was the real
You
reason.
think Maverick's gonna end up alone? again, the shirtless scene
He
on the
was.
beach, Paul.
He-
You gotta get see it in IMAX. You need to understand.
So, question: how was your crowd
Well,
when
I
you?
mean, I went to a special early fan event on Tuesday, so we got
Nice.
posters. They gave us bribes.
So
I was
dope.
all real
Okay.
fans. Everybody was taking pictures. Everybody had their Top Gun shirts on, which I would be wearing if Paul had given me more notice. But,
Facts.
You said
when we do the
yesterday.
IMAX one, I guess we can do
There
it
you
again.
go.
And
All
then...
in Top Gun here.
There you
So
go.
But yeah,
I
my
couldn't
crowd
stop
was,
laughing.
like I said, I wasn't the only one crying. Oh, there was a moment, well, which, again, we're in spoiler talk, but
Yeah, we good.
the whole time I'm like, all right, where the fuck is Hangman? Where the fuck is Hangman? And when it was that moment where Hangman finally came in, the
Yeah, I knew he was
crowd
coming.
erupted in applause. And I'm like, oh, this only happens in Marvel movies. No, it happened during fucking Maverick. And it was earned. The moment was fucking earned. And Hangman, I'll watch all his
Definitely.
movies. That dude is cool.
Definitely.
He still
I
wasn't
mean,
a
I'm
leader,
not gonna
but
lie,
he
my
helped.
crowd,
Hey,
my crowd was a lot of like older men. And there was a group of like 4 old ladies, and Lord help me,
sluts.
those old ladies,
How
they
old
were
are we
eating
talking?
it up. They were eating it up, especially when that football scene came out on the beach. I said, Lord, the lady dropped her cane. I said, she needs
Oh
to
wow,
relax.
I'm talking that old.
I was like,
Okay, you talking
she
that
needs
old?
to relax.
Okay.
She wanted to insert
But
the cane. I see what's going on here.
but like I said, like the people standing back, I feel like the people that was behind me, they were like much older dudes, and they were like so into them. They're like, yeah, clapping, and I'm
This
just
thing is
like,
generational. So to make a sequel 36 years later, like,
Yeah.
obviously I knew I'm a Tom Cruise fanboy, and I'm a fucking muscle fanboy, and I'm a gay 80s music fanboy. So for me, it's my bread and butter. But I had no idea it was like women. My theater was filled with women, kids, generationally, like dads and their kids that have like, because it's been so long and everybody sees this fucking movie on TV. Like I said, I got to the country, it was just on TV. It was like on Channel 5 or on USA or something, and I was like, oh shit, planes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm saying is Tom Cruise taught me English, and I will support his films
I
forever.
love that.
So it's so good.
I hope Tom's watching. It's just
So Paul, what made you pull the trigger? The word of mouth?
Yes. The curiosity. I mean, obviously, we do have this show. I don't like to talk about anything that I haven't seen, so I did want to talk about it. I was, wanted to. So I was like, and not to say I was going in saying I hope it's not as good as they say it is. No, it's not that good. It can't be. I just went in with an open mind, really. But like I said, the opening scene, I was like, all right, it took me back. It took me back to, the original. And
You
then
remember when you saw the first one?
I don't
Like, was it
remember.
on TV?
I mean, yeah, I know I didn't see it in theaters. I'm not that old, but but
You are.
I saw it maybe like VHS or something like that years later, or
Nice.
whatever. But
I
it was
remember
Now,
seeing
cool.
Paul,
it
real
on
quick for the kids. What's a VHS?
So before. Okay, wait, I was gonna say before DVDs, but before streaming, there was DVDs. Before DVDs, there was these big black, rectangle things that we put
Hey,
into a VCR, and that's how
But
we
what's a
watched movies.
VCR?
Yeah, so that was the device that played the VHS. Like, yeah, so look it up, Google it.
thank you.
But
Clarification.
yeah, no, I remember. Like I said, I don't remember the exact, how many years later or what have you, but definitely watched it like VHS. But it was a cool movie, and that was back when, like I said, the army propaganda. You got Schwarzenegger and Stallone doing stuff. You got the Rambos. You got this. So it was like, oh, but this was cool because it wasn't just guns, but it was cool jet maneuvers and stopping in midair and then
Well,
dropping
yeah,
and
when
doing.
he did the fucking stop in midair shit, bro.
Yeah,
Holy shit! Like, what
yeah.
the fuck was that? That was so cool.
Yeah, so it was that, and like I said, I instantly felt like a kid again, when he did
By the way,
that.
this is still very much propaganda.
Yes,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
if I was allowed to enlist right now, like, fucking flying planes is cool as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
God damn. Also, shout out to John Hamm for doing his thing as a complete asshole. He was the guy who was like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you've seen Mad Men, you know who John Hamm is, but he did his thing. So respect to everybody just did a fucking good job, bro. It was so
I
good.
like the story of them saying Iceman kept him, he's the one that kept him in there because everybody was like, and everybody highlighted, you just the captain still? Like after all these years?
Yeah. What are you doing,
Captain?
bro?
Yeah. So I
love
like
that
the
Iceman was
consistency.
saved in the cell phone as just ice.
Ice.
That's fucking badass, dog. That's
Yeah.
fucking badass.
And I was wondering if they were going to show him,
Me
because it was
too.
just text messages, and then he was like, "I want to see you," and I was like, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to show that scene or if they were going to
And
do.
if it was fucking Marvel or fucking DC or fucking Disney, it would have been CG. Like, oh, there's young Val Kilmer again.
Well, it would
But
have been
no,
great to have Val Kilmer do it, but then they de-age him, and then you got
no,
like
stop it,
somebody do the
no, no,
voiceover.
no. They let
All right,
his
I'm gonna need
fucking
you to stop.
cancer-ridden
James
ass.
Earl Jones do the voice. Come on, man, it would have been awesome.
That could work. That could work. All right, that could work.
See, you see. But
It was
nah,
so
nah.
good, dude.
It was that was a very heartfelt scene, knowing that Val's really going through it in real life, but to have inclusion of him in there, him being a key person in the
Yep.
movie,
Not
you
like
know,
oh, what happened to him? Oh, he died off screen. No, like the
right?
real central part of the character, part of the arc to
Yeah.
help Maverick do what he had to do and shit. Man, that
Mhm.
was so
And,
well
and
done.
and John Hamm, like you said, he was ready to give him the boot as soon as he died. Oh, he can't save you now. You out of here. Like, damn, dog. Like, we just buried him. Like, the flag is just.
Exactly, exactly.
He's like,
Course
well,
is still
you're out of
closed.
here. I was
You
like,
get the fuck out. You're like
yeah,
you're
I
grounded. Like,
just hung up my white suit. Like, we just
yeah.
left. He's like, yeah, we don't need you no more.
Now,
I'm taking
like
over.
I said, I knew that this was for me, but I had no idea it would make this much money. That it would
Yeah.
resonate with fucking everybody,
I
and that's
feel
what's
like
crazy.
the gap of time might have helped it, because this is one of the
Mhm.
things where a lot of we talk about reboots and stuff over and over again. Are we
Prequels,
getting
yeah.
are we getting sick and tired of superhero movies? Are we getting tired of Batman's and Super Spider-Man movies and constantly being rebooted? And this is a genre that hasn't been touched. So it's like, oh, I like
I
this
mean,
stuff. I
it
forgot
also
about that.
it has its fan base as well,
Yeah,
So it's one of those things that it was gonna bring in people
yeah.
regardless.
But it's
But this
good,
is a lot of money.
and it's
So
good. That's the
my
key. It's
concern
good.
now is Top Gun 3 because now since they made so much money,
And
they're gonna pull the trigger, and
that's where they're gonna screw it up.
that's where
They just need
I'm
to
like
stop
worried
right
about
here
it.
because this was fucking perfection. Like I said,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
was great. They
I,
just
I,
But it
I
made too
think
much money.
I
you,
think I
you
think
think, yeah.
Tom, this is like his baby kind of now. So I think he won't let them screw it up.
Yeah.
But I
No,
think
I
the
know.
next
I'm just
script might
worried. I'm
not
just because
be
how many times can you fucking strike fucking lightning in
right.
the bottle? You
And
know,
that's why I say I think the
I'm really
gap of
worried about
time
Creed
helped it.
3. I'm worried about Creed 3. But I was worried about Rocky 6, and Rocky 6 was great. And then Creed happened. That was great. Then Creed 2 happened.
I
I'm like,
was
"Ah, still
worried
good."
about the first Creed,
Yeah.
and I liked that story. Creed 2 kind of went to what I was afraid of,
Yep.
but it was still good. But I was afraid of the simple
And now
Drago
we got
versus
Creed 3 being
yeah.
directed by Michael B. Jordan, who just got dumped. So what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Might mess up my movie. Might mess up my movie because of Steve
Yeah.
Harvey's daughter. God damn
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
it.
I was thinking that too. Now that it made so much money, are they gonna make a next one, and then, is Rooster gonna take over now? Is it gonna, because they didn't really pass the torch in this. It was
No,
still
But they
like
set it
Maverick's
up.
still the
But they
best.
set it up where the younger cast could maybe take
Yeah.
over, maybe learn a little bit more about them.
Mhm.
But Tom would have to die. Like Pete Mitchell would have to fucking
Because he was still the best. Like they were like, all right, you're the lead. It was like, I'm gonna be teaching them. No, you're flying.
exactly. He was like, "All right, you're gonna do it." I was like, "Oh
You're
shit!"
working now. Like, because they like, listen, you did it in less time. You did it like first try. Like,
Yeah.
these kids can't do it. Like, you're the captain. Who you want to fly with? Like, how you want to do it?
I love the opening where this motherfucker hit fucking Mach 10,
Mach
and
10,
then he's like, "Oh,
10.4.
I'm gonna push it a little bit more." And then they cut to him landing in a bar, fucking all charred and shit. Like, where are you from? Space or shit? Like, bro,
Yeah.
That
They
shit
said,
was
where
great.
am I?
That shit
Earth.
was great.
Earth, yeah.
Yeah.
So good, dude.
It was a great opening scene. Because again, like I said, metaphorically, he's like, yes, practical, cinematography. It's like same way he's fighting for, real pilots in the naval, Air Force. He's fighting for practical cinematography as well. So I was like, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there, Tom. I see it. I see it.
What's the next
I
big
wish I would
movie?
have seen it in IMAX though first. Like
Well, that's
I'm
what
a
I'm
Yeah.
little
saying.
mad
Yeah.
because people were judging me that I wanted to go watch this movie. They're like, "Oh, it's not a chick flick," and I'm like, "It doesn't matter. That's not a chick flick. I mean, I'm not into chick
First of
flicks
all, yes, it
anyway."
is.
I think it is. I mean, it's not
First
a
of all, yes,
rom
it is.
com, but it's a
They put the
what it is.
romance in there.
Well, the first
Yeah.
one,
Don't hurt my mom. Don't break her heart again.
Right.
whatever.
Definitely,
She's
you
just
know.
looking out for her mom.
But no, but that's what I'm saying.
Because she knows her mom's been around the block, and she's like, all right,
Right. Because she was right there. She knew that window. She knew
exactly.
we're
She was
laying right
waiting.
here.
When he landed out the window, I'm like,
And she was
"That's me
looking.
right there."
This is
I
what
was
mom
like,
does.
Mhm.
They
Oh,
was
it
coming
must be
3,
Thursday.
2.
There's another
There he
one.
goes. She
"Yeah,
knew.
that's
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right. Not at all.
She was setting an example. She said, like, her daughter can't see it, but then obviously that failed. But anyways, But no, like
Mhm.
I was getting a lot of like pushback, like, oh, like you really want to go see it? And I'm like, it's fucking Top Gun. Why wouldn't I want to go see it? You know? But
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm mad
like
I
I
didn't
said,
do it on
the
IMAX. My
trailers did
fiance loves
nothing
that,
for
but I'm willing to
me.
go again.
The trailers did nothing for me. Like I really wasn't enthusiastic about it. You know what I'm saying? It was just like,
How was your audience?
I mean, it was week two. Wasn't nobody really,
Wasn't too crazy.
yeah,
Okay.
nobody clapped and applauded really. People like the chatter on the way out was, yeah, that was really good, like, stuff like that. But during
Did
it
you
wasn't.
hear? Did you hear men openly weeping, or no? At that point, you didn't hear
No,
any men. All
no,
right.
I
Okay.
didn't hear that. Sorry, no.
Okay,
But
I
like I
wasn't
said,
there.
on the way out, the chatter was all positive, like all positive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Conversations on the way out, and I
So,
seen like a
so
gentleman with his son. And they were like talking, about it. And he was like, yeah, da, 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 So it was all, like I said, enthusiasm and positivity. So it was all the same for sure.
So did this ruin movies going forward? Like, am I gonna go see Thor and be like, Tom would have been in space. Tom would have really gone to Thor. What is this fucking Asgard bullshit? Tom would have been up there. This is all CG nonsense. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried
Nah,
Tom might have ruined cinema for
I think we know there's a place for that. And, we go
Disney
through.
Plus.
Yes, but again, I still enjoy the comic book movies. Um, and 'cause, I mean, the CG is getting to the point where it's borderline real.
Oh no!
It's
Stop it!
getting there,
No,
except for the
no.
facial stuff. The facial stuff is still, the eyes still be looking past you. Hey, yeah.
Roll the She-Hulk trailer. Insert the She-Hulk trailer
Yeah,
right now.
but they had to touch her up a little bit. But I feel like, well, even, I'm talking about like the backgrounds and things, because they use the Unreal Engine for like
Yeah,
Mandalorian
I
and
know.
stuff. So
I know.
and now they use the lighting from the LCD screens now instead of a green
You
screen.
look like you're on Disney Plus as we speak. That's how
Yes.
accurate. All right. That's how.
But not episode 6. We're gonna do this. This is the first couple episodes. But yeah, no, I feel like this doesn't ruin it. Because we still got Nolan, who does, pushes practical.
Who?
Christopher Nolan.
Who?
You know the guy.
I said
But
what I said. I said what I said.
but no, there's still a few directors that push and fight for actually blowing stuff up and actually doing stuff and throwing the stars in the risk of danger.
It's important to try to murder your cast.
Yes,
Like if you're not
yes,
really doing it, then what's the
right.
point? What's
No,
it
So
all
good
for?
I
point.
feel there's a place for that. I don't think this ruins. I don't think this hinders. It's his. Like I said, it's Tom proving his point. I'm just tired of Tom always running. He's
No, no,
always
no, no, no,
freaking
no,
running.
no, no.
And the
No,
Mission
I
Impossible
paid to see
trailer
Tom run. I paid to see
before the
Tom run.
movie was like, literally, they actually cut 4 scenes of him running in the same movie. I'm like, dude, he's always running.
Excuse me. Did you see those abs? How do you think he makes those abs? Huh? In the Church of Scientology? No, that's cardio, baby.
Okay, but in the
Cardio.
movie, I don't need to see him running. Like, he runs offset and in training, cool. But in the movie, stop running everywhere.
I pay extra to see him run, just so
Oh,
you know. All right.
okay,
That's what we
okay.
defer.
I'm not excited for the next Mission Impossible. We've already talked about that.
Really?
I'm
He's
good
he's
on
Wow.
crazy.
that.
He's racist. He's racist.
No,
That's all.
I'm good
Wow.
on Mission
He's
Impossibles.
anti-American,
It's
racist.
it's fake. It's fake James
I was
Bond.
asked to try to
Wow.
It's not Mission
watch the
Impossible.
franchise to kind of like I was like, I'll give it a try.
It's
Only
not
one
Mission
time.
So
Impossible. It's fake
so here,
Bond.
speaking of like fake Mission Impossible, fucking the new movie from the Russos, which is an action fucking spy drama starring two of the biggest fucking actors in the world right now, three of them technically, and it just looked like fake little fucking. They had Ryan Gosling running on a CG train that was falling
Hmm.
apart. I'm like, what is this? Tom would have done it for real. Tom would have done it for real. That's gonna be a problem for me, man. But
That
that's
is
a
gonna be a
personal
problem.
that's a personal
Auto
problem.
standard right now. If it's not Tom standards, it's gonna be no standards.
Yeah, like come on.
I
Tommy,
just look. What
Tommy, I
you
trust.
you flexing? You showing off there?
I'm what was that? Where
He's
I'm
like,
going
yeah,
right
over there. I play football on the beach
now.
too.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, nah. Like I said, for me, I know when I go to see the Marvel movies, it's gonna be that. I know when I go see a Tom Cruise movie, it's gonna be that. Like I just know. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. Expectations and setting your
yeah,
expectations. Yeah, it's
yeah.
important.
You watch a Nolan movie, you watch a Tom Cruise movie. You're gonna see actual stuff blowing up, and it makes for more fun. Special content on DVD. When you get the Blu-rays and stuff, and get the, when he showed the plane blowing up in Tenet and all that. It was, oh, they blew that up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. He was like, I
Nah,
need the budget to blow up a 747. It's like, all right, we can get one. You know what I'm saying? But
but
I
Tommy's
don't.
movie made the money back, baby. Tommy's movie made the money.
So what was it? It was
Yeah,
his
on that one.
best opening weekend, something like that. I think it was
His
Tom's
best
best
opening
opening
weekend of
weekend.
all time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
broke the
right all
Memorial Day
time.
record. Best record of week over week retention, only 29% drop.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, we're gonna go see it in IMAX. I'm
We're
excited.
gonna go see it in
Oh,
IMAX.
let
So
me know.
week 3 will be just as good as week 2 now. So.
I mean, what's the next big one? Is it Thor in July?
Yeah, I think. Well,
I
that's in
think so.
July. Is anything in June before that? The
Wait, how much
Minions.
room
We got
did
a
they
new
make
Minion
for it?
movie,
Wait, what
baby.
comes out this weekend?
We
I
got a
went
new
to go
Minion
see.
movie. Oh no, this weekend is I don't think it's. I don't know.
I went to see Crimes of the Future, but that's like a little indie movie. So I
When
don't know. There's
when
no
does
big movie.
the Bullet Train movie come out?
That's
That's not big.
July.
That's not a big movie. That's not. Come on.
You not
You mean
interested?
Well,
the
that's your
CG
boy.
train?
His
The
his
CG
boo
train?
is
The
in
green
there.
The
screen train?
CG train, yes.
The Bad Bunny train.
The
The
anime
Bad
train, the
Bunny
Bad
train.
Bunny train.
I love
It's only a
Brad.
matter of time before Bad Bunny's in a Marvel movie. It's
I just
gonna
remember. I just
happen.
remember Jurassic World Dominion. That's
Oh,
that's what I'm.
that's
Oh,
yeah.
Jurassic. That's right.
That's the 17th, right? I think
This
June
week.
That's
17th.
this
Thursday.
week.
Oh,
That's
it's
this
this
That's
week.
this
weekend?
week on
I'm
Thursday.
going on Thursday. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that's this week. Yeah.
All right, I got a plan for that. I
So,
got a plan for that.
you gotta get the great pending going. You don't have your tickets? Come on. I thought you were AMC Stubbs little turbo. What
I
happened?
am, so I can get tickets with no problem. It's just, and again, Jurassic is another one that I'm tired of that
You're so
franchise.
racist,
I did
bro. What did
not
that
like the last Jurassic World movie.
What
I
did the
didn't like
Stegosaurus
it.
do to you?
The first Jurassic World I liked. I really enjoyed that one. The second one, didn't like it.
That is
Wow.
correct. But now they're bringing back the OG cast, huh?
Which can be even worse. It's like Palpatine.
But
So
there's
now
only
it's
one way to find out.
now
There's
Blue's
only way
gonna
to
be
find
Blue
out.
Skywalker.
I'll pay to see that. I'll pay to see that.
Yeah, no. Well, Blue has a kid or something like
Blue
that.
has a little baby
Yeah, Blue has a
velociraptor.
baby.
It's so cute.
I agree with you. It could go either way. It'll, but the director of the first one came back, the one that you liked. So maybe you'll
Okay.
be able
There
to
might
see
be
the
some
property.
justice to
I
it.
hope.
Yep.
I hope. But yeah,
Find out
now.
soon on Great Pending,
But
kids.
then it's gonna be they gotta save the baby.
Hey! I didn't watch the trailer. All right, I don't even know what baby you're talking about.
So Blue has a baby. Like
Stop it.
Don't do that to him. No, don't do that to him.
so Star Lord smashed the raptor.
Oh my god.
That's another
I
thing.
did-
People hate Chris Pratt now, so is this gonna affect the bottom?
Yeah. That's true because it's funny. People got to choose a side now because the Jurassic movies all did billions of dollars, but it's like we hate him now. What do we do?
Yeah.
Rage.
I'm like, I'm missing the loop. Why do we hate him?
We
Because
don't.
he went to a church that's anti-gay once or something, or because he's married to
Bye.
Schwarzenegger's daughter. His personal politics, but his personal politics have nothing to do with his fucking movies. Like same
Right.
thing with Tom.
Right.
Tom's fucking
Okay.
crazy. Tom Cruise is insane. I don't give a fuck. He's the man. He does crazy shit in the movies, and that's what I want to see.
That
I don't
church
care
that
if he
he
jumps
has
on
in Harlem
couches.
is no fucking
I don't care if he has
joke.
people killed. I don't care about that. He jumps in the movies.
He
He's good.
said, I don't care about that.
I mean, I agree. I mean, yeah, it's so that's what I'm saying. People now.
Paul knows because Paul likes Kanye, and
Ain't nothing wrong with Kanye.
Yeah,
he's a wild
2024.
boy, but he's got good music. So
But yeah, I think people got to choose now. Are they fake mad at him? But we love this movie franchise. What are you gonna do now? And I'm like,
but it's coming out during Pride Month. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
We'll
That's
see.
a little
That's another
risque.
reason Top Gun is doing so good.
Well, that's the thing. They're gonna find out Blue was really a
He's gay.
guy. It was a boy raptor, but then he had a baby, so he's a transgender raptor.
Yeah.
It's gonna inclusion, baby, inclusion.
Extra tickets.
There you go. He can't lose.
Life
So
finds a way, baby.
That'll be the next one. That'll probably be the next episode. We'll have to go see because this is officially the conclusion of the Jurassic story.
So they say.
That's what they say.
Until it makes $1 billion, and then
It's like Jurassic Fast and Furious.
yeah.
then it's gonna merge the
Oh
universe.
God! Don't talk about that. Don't talk about family.
It's gonna happen. And Bad Bunny will be in that.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
Nothing, but I actually want to see that movie.
He's
It
down.
has
He's
a lot of
Toretto's
good
son.
high-end
Toretto's son
actors.
growing up as
There
Bad
you
Bunny somehow.
go.
That's what's gonna happen. Fuck, I'm calling it right now.
I heard Bad Bunny's gonna be cast as Galactus in the MCU.
Wow.
See,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So,
Zumba.
That's
oh
my
man.
song, yo.
Well, thank you guys as always. Like I said, I was happy that I did go see the movie. You know, so like I said, I wasn't interested, didn't
I
care,
mean,
but
it only took you 2 weeks, but I'm glad you
I
went.
mean, 1 week. It was a week
Sometimes
after.
danger zone, baby. Sometimes you just gotta
Danger
ride
Zone.
into.
Yeah. Shout out to
I'm not gonna
Archer for
lie,
keeping
I
that
was asleep
alive.
when that song came on.
Take my breath away, Paul. You always take my breath away.
Didn't I think they said Danger Zone was like trending again, like on Spotify and stuff like
Of
that. I
course.
think.
Danger
Of
Zone
course.
is always trending. I'm
If
sorry.
that stupid little show about the little kids got fucking
Oh, yeah,
running up
Stranger
that hill trending
Things.
again, then
So
of course
Otto,
Danger
you did not watch
First
Stranger
of all,
Things.
Danger Zone
Is that what it's called?
because of Archer. Archer
Yeah,
kind of picked it up
but
with the joke.
Michelle, did you watch Stranger Things?
I was told to wait because someone's trying to catch up with season 3. So
I'm not a pedophile, so I don't watch shows about little kids.
Oh no, they're grown now. They're like 30 years
they're
old now.
mad
It's cool.
grown.
It's cool. They got
All
bass in
right,
their
maybe I'll
boys.
give it a shot then.
Their
Maybe I'll-
balls
No,
drop.
I might. I've gotten spoilers here and there, but I'm just like, no.
So you saw none of it.
I haven't seen none of it at all.
Okay.
I've kept my word. I said, all right, fine.
You haven't seen any of season 4 or any of it at all?
No, season 4. I'm caught up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
caught
Otto,
up.
you've seen none of it at all, right?
I've seen none of it. I've seen none of season 3 and 4.
Okay.
You should definitely watch it. I actually went to the Stranger Things experience for my birthday. That shit was fucking dope.
Oh.
Did they laugh at you for going there?
No, but it was fucking amazing.
I would have.
So we might
I
be
think
talking about
if
that in
you
the
guys are
future.
if you're gonna do the GP, you gotta wait till the whole thing's done,
Yeah.
including. The
Well, that's what I was
4
gonna
hours
ask too. I was like, we gotta wait for July for.
Yeah.
But I mean, by the time she watches it, it's gonna probably be July anyway. So.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm about to fucking light a fire. Be like, listen, chop. We gotta watch this shit, or
So Otto, are
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
be watching Moon Knight
Go
again.
watch Top Gun. To answer your question, Paul, sure, I'll watch it right after I watch Squid Game.
So I was gonna say it's gonna be another Squid Game situation. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all
Danger
like
Zone.
this.
Bye.
Top Gun, Danger
Bye.
Zone.
Danger Zone.
It's time to